Landmark mod, so Logical Solutions confirmed it and actually backed it up that it's 100% confirmed. Even though the streamer that they initially leaked it to wasn't Asmongold. Asmongold was the guy Landmark had the conversation with yesterday. But this was initially leaked like 6 hours ago, and now it's been through every form of. It's officially confirmed. This is Nikita's verbatim response to these questions.
All right, so I am
fucking down.
Newest interview with Nikita and Emmy. But see, the hard part is this kind of shit when they're like, it's leaked.
Please.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's just been confirmed. It's just gone through 3 verifications.
Like I.
All right, I'm switching over to my Discord. Switch over to my Discord.
All right.
I'm just not. No offense. I'm not trying to have more random people pop in while I'm in the middle of doing this. All right.
My thing is, it's.
All right, wait, just wait. We're just gonna read it. We're gonna read it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Make a statement.
Just monarchs.
Knowing that admitting a mistake was made is hard. Mistake. This is not mistake. Why? The answer is it's time to start preparing for the release. It's time to understand who are the true believers. No one's forcing you to do anything. It's your choice to just bail it, don't buy, etc. The question is, it's totally understandable that any company wants to make more revenue. Would it be better to release support pack while being honest with the community? We are honest with the community. We're not forcing anyone, which is interesting because they're not giving a ton of information, but like that's culturally not surprising.
Yeah, that's true.
If there's some kind of money issue for EFT, should we be worried about the full release? The answer is everything is fine and going as planned. But like everything is fine is what everyone like. That's the standard response. What are you gonna say? We're fucked, and I don't know how we're gonna eat tomorrow. Like, you just say everything is fine. Do you plan on addressing the community again anytime soon? Your post on Reddit wasn't received well by majority of the community. They still feel like they're waiting for the right response. They wanting to be as they want to feel, as they want and feel. That just means they are. But I also agree with Nikita here because nothing that BSG ever does is well received by the community. There's not the recoil reduction. What? Shush. Nah, you're wrong. The recoil was the only thing that's ever been well received by the community.
I'm talking about this. They
have
the opportunity to fix this shit.
No, we're not there yet. Just
wait.
I'm saying I agree with Nikita that the community want to be and they want and feel like they want things to be how they want it. And the community has always cried when they don't get what they want, and then when they do get what they want, they still cry. We cannot give PVE to everyone. It's too expensive and technically hard right now. Those who will support still get this option. So I don't have a problem with charging for that, but we'll get into that in a minute. Shush. I'm not done talking. I'm not done talking. You're gonna have to wait for like 25 minutes.
Wait.
You gotta, wait till I finish reading this. Wait till I finish reading this.
BJ, pause. Let him finish, and
we'll get to it.
A lot of us are not, but let him finish.
Okay. So they can't give PVE to everyone, and they want supporters to still get it. Okay. Are there other solutions being contemplated since the reception is not good? And the answer is no. That's not surprising. It's PSG. Is there any plan to back out or try to put water on the fire aside from EOD features mentioned on Reddit? No, we're continuing to work hard on preparing updates for everyone. No more harsh changes. It is important in the history of EFT, but I feel that it is what is needed, I believe. Will the new items come to be the only in the PvE or the PvP servers too? They are PvP and PvE as well as new EOD items. Can we get a bit more information on the most controversial features will work? Summoning teammates, any limitations to prevent abuse, scavs not shooting players with high karma. Will those only be for PvE? Are they still being worked on? It's being worked on. A friend summoner will be available to get for other editions too. So, what's interesting about this is I've known about
Yes,
most
yes,
of
we
these
know.
things.
Yes, yeah,
So,
we
like,
know.
it's
We know.
an entertaining. They definitely did it in an interesting way.
Yeah, very
Hideout dog
terrible
and or
way.
cat. Cat is plans, dog later. Oh my god.
Wait. Okay, wait. Let's
This
pause
they
on the
put
first
that in the
page real
middle.
quick. Yeah, let's pause on the first. So the one thing that I'm gonna say that I've realized thinking about it as you've been talking is that we're okay.
This is a perfect. If we want to take a
We all
break and talk about a couple other things, this is the perfect chance.
there's a lot of things that everybody's like the price tag is going to be the big thing, okay? So yes, BJ, I have a problem with the price tag, but I understand.
No,
Well, now wait.
no, there is no understanding that bullshit.
Oh
I-
yes, no, Paul,
It's a
you
fucking
need to let me finish before you say that because I'm
Let's
going
hear it.
to.
Let's fucking hear it.
Okay, well,
I want to hear this shit because this shit's a
okay.
fucking joke.
Whoosh. I will tell you.
Just fucking say
Well,
it.
you're
Say it.
talking over me, man.
Just say
I
it
can't
then.
say it if you keep talking. So this is the thing. Many other video games have done this in the past, and many people have pointed out, but there has not been a big backlash on it because there's been a larger community. Things like Battlefield, things like the COD series. When you buy into them at different times, they offer different things, and you still get the base game. And if you own the game already, War Thunder, another great example. If you own the base game, you probably don't get. If you bought like an expansion at one point that got you these things, like say our expansion that we've got right now, versus the new one. What's the new one called?
The
This one,
unheard.
the Unheard. Okay. We bought EOD.
I'm just
Somebody
gonna
else
leave
bought
this.
Unheard.
I'm
It's
just gonna
like
leave this right here on my screen. By the way.
okay. It's that has been done before. So yes, if we want to, but the other companies that did that offer it, things like War Thunder, especially. Offer those expansions at a very discounted price for somebody who already owns the base game. That's the problem here, is that we have to buy the whole fucking thing instead of the discount price because we already own part of what they're selling in that game. Now, you could also argue that they're saying, no, the expansion will be available for, this won't be available. This is limited time as well. This won't be available for people after this date. And the anybody who buys Escape from Tarkov, it will be just the base game, none of those things, and they'll actually have to purchase that expansion for $100. Like, if they would give us some information on the plan and why they did it this way, we could have some that would make things make sense. If they're like, basically this is a sale on the game, and the people that are buying it right now get this expansion, which is $100. The game is basically coming free with it. If they said something like that, then it would make sense. But we're all gonna say that's basically bullshit, like, because we don't.
They're not giving any information.
Yeah, they're not giving information.
So
It's a money grab. If they don't give us information,
Yeah, it's
that's how it feels. No, that's how it
worst.
feels.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't actually know. Also, $150 in 2016 when they first released the game is worth $195 now. So anything less than $200 and they would be losing money.
Less than that, yeah.
So it's a $50 increase. Real increase.
Like I said, this has been done before, especially with like Battlefield. Arc actually is another great example. All the expansions for Arc, you had to purchase them, even though it was all like, you could purchase the base game and the expansion, but you had to. It was much cheaper. It was like $20 for an expansion or $50 for the whole thing, versus like. Again, if this is a limited time only, like, and it's got to be a fucking short window to please the crowd nowadays. So if it's a limited time window that it's going to be like this, and then everybody's going to have to pay $100 just to get that expansion part of the game after that window, then again, it also makes sense. It's still fucking pricey, and we're all going to say that.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah, okay. Those of us that don't have a lot of money.
They don't have a lot of money.
I don't have a lot of money.
Everything.
I was gonna actually, yeah, that's kind of why I stopped saying that. But
I have 5,000 hours in this game.
yeah,
Bro, I was having the conversation
us
today.
have,
I
yeah.
bought a basketball that I've used 3 times, and I'm like, I've got my money worth, and I paid $25 for it. I'm like, bro, I paid $150 for Tarkov, and I have 5,000 hours. The other thing is, too, if they said, we are in desperate need of money, we're going to offer this package, we know it's insane, but it's $100 more for EOD, how would you feel about it?
Not buying it. I don't got the money to buy that shit.
But, like, how would you feel about it?
That would also make sense, to be honest.
Okay, so then the price tag itself is not the problem. It's the fact that they didn't tell you anything.
No, they don't say
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't say.
Yeah.
I didn't say the price tag wasn't a problem, Monarchs. I said that would make sense. I
Yeah.
still do have a problem with the price tag, but that's because $100 is a lot for what they're giving.
Yeah, what they're giving.
Like,
Well, it's
but
not even
again,
good.
we don't know that because we haven't played it. First of all, so it actually might fucking be $100 worth of game.
It's not.
If it's like a
You wanna
huge
go-
storyline,
So-
you want it to be. It's probably not going to be.
See what the product they're giving for that, for the PVE. It's literally
Well,
just.
we're gonna see
It's
it. Well, no,
SPT,
that's the
yeah.
thing is we're gonna see it.
PVE is
So
better because you can play
Yes,
SPT
but-
and have a better experience.
Nope.
PVE
I
let me
would
tell you
I
what
would
gives
love
me
to actually get Kappa again and to go for Lightkeeper.
and just get SPT.
Kinda.
No,
So, wait,
that's against
guys,
TOS.
also
you can stream it. You can stream it and play.
as
You can literally
Monarchs
do it.
as
'cause they don't
Monarchs
care
pointed out,
anymore.
the people that buy what unheard
Yeah.
do not get Arena. We all got Arena for free, and none of us fucking play it, but we still got it all for free. So we honestly, we did get another that other people are gonna have to put money in to get to. Like, wait, so pause. Are we streaming right now?
I am
this
streaming
is a
right now.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So once again, like, and that whole rant I went on was streaming, right? Because
Yes.
that's important.
Yes.
Yes. Cool. Thank you. Again, we've done this before. This is something that's happened with many video games before, and it's going to keep on happening. So the people that bought Unknown are not going to get Arena. So they're already what I'm going to call $20 worth of a game that they're not getting.
Well, it's
that,
like 40, but yeah.
No, I know it's I'm not saying how much it.
Well, you're not
how
saying
much
the
it's
retail.
worth to me.
Yeah.
I'm saying how much it's worth to me. That if I were to price that game personally, entertainment value, $20 is as much as I would pay for it if I'd have known.
The other deal for the co-op offline, and Nate, you and I had this conversation before I started streaming. If they put it right here in the launcher as EFT single player or co-op,
Yeah.
it would be a separate game and not DLC, and I would not have a problem with that. And I would buy it.
Yeah.
If they charge
Or-
$50, I would buy it.
Now, let's really, guys.
Or
also-
$70, whatever the price of a regular game is, because that's what it is. It is a game
Yeah.
on its own.
I think an important thing to ignore in the conversation is the price tag, because that's
Again, yes.
neither here nor there kind of thing. That's their choice. That's not something we can say, damn, that's an expensive part of the game that we would really like to play, and how badly do we want to play it? Do we want to pay the $100 to play it?
The answer
No.
is
Nah,
to,
'cause like
to
that
support
point,
the
might as
game,
well just
I
get
would.
SPT.
Because
I don't, but-
I would do it to support the game. The same reason I went to Vegas, and the same reason I will shit on any streamer
Yeah.
that's a big streamer that wants to shit on BSG and be like, bro, do you play ETS? Do you put any fucking work in other than playing the game for a living and shitting all over the game?
Well, the problem is, okay, the reason why some of these people, like Trey, like Clean, who literally had a full protest and went to play fucking SPT, he still plays it live, is because they love the fucking game. They love the fucking game. Fucking me, I fucking love this game. This game's fucking amazing. It's the best game I've ever fucking played. But to see it going down this fucking route is just sad. And
Wait.
asses by
Can you
doing this.
define this route?
This
Because I
route
know
of
what you
monetizations like this, and them
Okay.
doubling down.
Okay,
saying that they're
so
not gonna
would
do
it-
anything about it,
would
and they're giving us some of the stuff.
Would you have been
bare
more
bones, for 6
happy if
months.
they did microtransactions, even though they said that they weren't going to do microtransactions? And when they did microtransactions, you were mad they did microtransactions.
Yeah, because it's fucking dumb. But I'm fine with having a fucking battle pass
He-
than this
to
shit.
be- to
With
be-
a battle
fair.
pass, it's better
Wait.
than fucking this.
To be fair, he did say there would be no microtransactions.
microtransactions.
Wait, no. Am I correct me if I'm wrong? But I
It was
thought the
legit no
context.
microtransactions. It was
Wait,
He said-
I thought the context was to change to give you an advantage in the game.
He
I thought
specifically
that's
said
what
no
he
boosters to give you an advantage in the game.
Yes,
the
thank
original
you. I
part
thought that was the
no
context.
microtransactions. Then now he says then there was no boosters in the game.
Yes,
We'll have
after the-
microtransactions, but no boosters.
After the community
now it's
begged,
this.
for microtransactions.
Yeah,
They
that
begged
is
for
true,
clothes.
Yeah, 'cause
No,
it was
that's
the
true.
clothes,
No, yeah,
clothes,
that's
and all that.
yeah. So no. So when he comes with a plan, when he says no microtransactions in an original thing, like, and then the community begs for something that's not part of that, he wasn't part like that he thought of in the game, then he has the total right to, if he's going to include it, change what he wants to about his opinion on the microtransactions. Then, like, to be honest. If we're like this part isn't in the game, can you please put it in the game? Well, okay,
The thing that I
one of the
don't
things
have an
that's gonna make me
argument
have to
with
do that-
most of the stuff is some of the things that are in this are boosters.
What?
Like-
in what?
So
also-
in the Unheard, you start with a weapons case
Oh,
and
yes.
a
Oh,
scav
I
junk
thought you
box
meant
and a
the
million
clothing.
extra rubles, and you're like,
I was
those
like,
are
wait,
all of
what
the things
clothing
that
gives
like
you
make the
advantage?
first week of wipe part. Like
Oh yeah, totally.
it kind of ruins part of what Tarkov is because you're like, I don't have to grind,
Yeah,
bro.
you
I
don't
already
to
have
grind
everything
and
that
all
I need.
shit. Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah,
Like, really
I
wanted
will
to
say
get
that.
fence rep with that little device. then
Okay,
you're
so
really chilling
that
with
device, the way that it works, so now that I've watched some people use it, it only works
Yeah,
if you're max
Only
rep,
works
and
if
if you
max
kill
rep,
any
yeah.
scavs, you lose max rep.
max rep.
So
yeah.
it's perfect for people who want to take it in and just loot on the edges of a map and try and avoid all PvP and PV, like avoid all fights completely. So the fact that it's in the game doesn't bother me. Also because it's a item that you will be able to get in the game, supposedly, according to this.
It's forging to now. Now we're gonna. Before we weren't gonna.
Yeah,
get
but
it was
it's
just
kind of
for
like
that.
the calling the Avengers Squad. There's no details on how it works because, as far as we know, they could in 1.0 connect 3 or 4 maps together, have 4-hour raid timers, and those people can't come back as PMCs, only as scavs.
Well, that's we gotta be
But-
honest now. That's if we're doing 1.0 anymore at this point with how.
But that's the thing is, you
No,
immediately
no,
are
no,
saying,
no,
"Oh
let's-
man, 1.0 the game's fucked, all this stuff," and you're
No,
like,
no, no,
"Bro,
I'm
they
saying
gave us
1.0.
no information."
No,
I'm
let's
saying
let's
1.0
let's
now,
assume
we're
that they would.
gonna
No, let's assume
let's-
that
let's
is going to
assume,
happen.
Yeah.
Let's just assume that is going to happen because like we can't say that it's not based on the history of where we kind
They
of
dropped
know this
snow
game
out of
is gonna
fucking
be going.
nowhere. Like
Yeah.
we never
Like,
know
they're-
what they
they're-
have up their sleeve.
They're pushing pretty fast and pretty hard right now.
And it's
Shit.
an obtainable item.
Like I said, now it's an obtainable item.
The-
What-
Before,
what I-
it wasn't
There's
gonna
no
be.
way
I
that you
missed-
could have
I
something like
missed
that
what
as
item is
as
this? What is this?
the
The
you're gonna have an
device that
item
we're
to
talking
summon
about.
your teammates
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Some
interesting.
teammates in the raid. Yeah.
into raid with you. But there's no other information than
Okay.
that. You're going to be able to call for help, basically like shoot off a flare in raid, and call your teammates to come help you. But there's
Oh.
no information on
Okay.
how that's going to work, what the game's even going to look like when you do it.
Yeah. Again, one of my big things is okay, so the evidence that would point to that this may actually be like a limited time only this way and then anybody else is going to have to is that 6 months free. Also, he does point out that the it kind of would overload the servers. That was actually my first concern before I thought about the price was shit. Like if I were to buy this, like how good are the servers going to be for me? Are they going to overload or are they going to be empty? Like,
Yeah, but that goes into
So-
the is it DLC or not, and they screwed the pooch on how they laid that
Yes.
out.
They fucked that.
this
Yeah,
should have
but like,
what
but
man, which
the
is
point,
like,
the idea of what they're doing is good. If they need more money, they should sell it. But like, as soon as they put it inside the game of Escape from Tarkov, I can't launch it from the launcher to call it a separate game. It is
Yeah.
DLC. Like, you
Yeah.
guys fucked up. Like, you fucked up. But like,
Well, unless this 6 months free was part of the plan originally, which it probably wasn't. But let's
No.
just assume for a moment that it might have been.
because that ruins the entire purpose of all subsequent season passes. So if it's 6 months at a time, you get a season's
Yeah.
pass for 6 months to do the offline or the
Oh.
PVE mode. Then you're like, well, I get them all for free because I have VOD. As soon as you put it inside Tarkov, it's a DLC.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't disagree with them wanting to monetize something that's going to take more resources. It's not a part of the like core game.
I wonder how like transparent they can be about that shit because like so the new Z or whatever they want to call it, infestation, when it took over as the from the infestation survivor stories, the War Z, whatever you want to call it, they were like they would go on stream and be like really honest about all that shit. And I remember like where they were going, I'm assuming they still do because of how much that game keeps on developing. But they were like, this is how close with the community they were. One of the people that I played with, Elena, this Australian who's wheelchair bound, had to get a new wheelchair crane, like a bed to wheelchair crane.
Yeah.
And they knew her and they reached out to the community to get money for it. And it was it was immediate. She got everything she needed like in like hours.
But unfortunately, this is not that size dev team anymore.
Yeah, no,
And this is
well,
not
no,
that
yeah,
size project anymore.
Yeah. This is much bigger than that. But my point being that there is no transparent like this. What I'm giving.
Oh yeah, there's none. But that's not
80% difference.
They
from what,
stopped
no
being
connection.
transparent
no connection. Yeah.
5 years ago.
Oh yeah, they've never been.
So
Yeah,
like,
so,
why
never
is
been.
everyone still shocked that they're not transparent? They have
yes,
not
thank
once
you.
been
Want
like
them
they're
to- people want
transparent
them
for
to
like
communicate.
Yeah.
when we force them to say something,
Yeah.
they say it and then don't get anywhere near what they said they were gonna do. So
Literally
like
completing my
like,
thought.
So like, who cares? Like to me, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
it would be cool if they
care.
were, but they're
People-
not.
No, that's
Okay, so who
exactly it.
cares?
You need to fucking say
That's totally
something.
it.
Most people, sorry, Mars, but majority of people want them to say something.
Yeah,
They don't
well,
say
yes,
anything though,
we've
and they never
always-
have.
But we've
So
always wanted that, BJ,
That's
and
one of the
they've
problems.
never
But
done
they're
that.
going to, but that's leading to their
No,
own
they're not.
downfall by not saying anything. By them not saying
Yeah,
anything, them just
I-
locking down, it makes it worse because you lose the respect.
Well,
no.
of
It only
people.
makes it
Yes.
worse for
Well,
people who want to whine about it.
okay,
Whereas if you
yeah.
give them a
Well,
half, so give them the benefit of the doubt and go, they pull some shit out of their ass.
Don't put it the way that you're putting it though, because you're putting it in like angry terms. Put it in
Yeah.
people that want to talk about it in a negative manner.
They will.
And in
People are gonna
Yes,
talk about it
but-
negatively. Yes, we
but
can all
but
agree on that. But if you want to
but I
communicate
think
like fucking every other company that actually communicates and tries to
yeah.
get a little bit
Well,
transparency,
no.
it works.
Name
sometimes.
one.
It works.
Name one that
It works.
communicates well.
Fucking look at fucking what's
There's-
it called? What was it?
there's just-
Zone.
Gray Zone
fucking
is
solid. I might
the
get into that.
the team that's like
No,
still only
everybody's gonna
12
get into that.
people, and
Yeah,
they
that shit
don't
looks fucking
have
solid.
$500 million in revenue yet,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're not
They-
going
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
They're not going to, but hey,
They
at
might
least they're
not,
being
yeah.
No, they
transparent,
won't.
At least they're trying to talk.
Well, that's
But
because they're
that's-
starting off.
They're-
And
you have-
and it looks
yeah.
solid, especially
also, but
after
look
all
at the
this fucking
difference.
backlash.
Yeah, but look
this
at the
shit, bruh.
look at the first of all, look at the difference in where the games come from.
Yeah.
There's definitely a difference
I mean,
there.
there's a fucking obviously. there's a
So
fucking
in the tactics of different companies have completely different tactics for how they do things. Let's look at like Blizzard, man. Like,
Oh, Blizzard's fucking dog shit. We all can
Well,
agree. Blizzard
But
is
everyone still
yeah,
plays
but
their
dude,
games.
but
They make
bro,
billions of
I grew up playing
dollars.
Warcraft 1, bro.
dollars, yeah.
So like,
But look
don't.
So
at
you could say they're dog shit, but they make billions of dollars. That's a W.
Like, so don't.
That's a
Yeah,
W
you
for the
can't.
company, but how they process, how they do,
Well,
shit, how
You,
they treat their
they still have
employees
millions
is
of
fucking
players,
good.
dude.
Yeah,
They have
but
millions of active
but, like,
players.
I'm not,
That's a
oh,
W.
Not the conversation I was talking about. I was talking about like more that they were a hush hush company about. Yes, that too, but like other all fucking gaming companies are hush hush companies about shit like that. But what I mean is that they're not transparent with their like programming, their development, what they're gonna like. They'll say this is what we're gonna do. They don't listen to the community. They're a wrecking ball going straight through a fucking building in the direction it wants to, no matter what. And it'll swing all the way up on the other side
mainly
too.
just for the bag and for the money. That's mainly what they care about. They don't really care. Yeah.
Generally, yes. There's not a lot of course that's what companies do, man. That's what the world is basically about. But
Yes.
again,
basically, it's what the world's about.
Yeah. So you can't again, you can be mad about it, but like have a bigger problem. Go picket on Wall Street or something. Like that's not like it sucks, but
we're talking about this. Let's get back to fucking this.
Okay, let me read this.
Yeah,
we'll keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
Next
Can we get a
page.
choice between hideout dog or cat only? It's cats is in the plans, dogs later.
Oh God.
So the fact that
this
we're
is
getting
really
that
weird.
is just like what the actual. I'm sorry. When people bought the original versions of EOD, the hideout wasn't a thing, and now we're getting a hideout cat because the community asked for it. That's just insane.
Unreal has a hideout.
They're literally
though,
giving
too,
people
so
what they
it's
ask for. They're wasting resources on this. And so,
Okay, the summon
Anyway,
feature,
yeah,
is it
okay,
will it
keep
be an
going.
expansion? It's no, it will be an obtainable item. The question is, will it be only in PvE? It's a cool mechanic for PvP too. It doesn't say that it will be there, just that it is a cool mechanic. One of the most discussed subject, again, there's no information about it other than it's going to be a cool mechanic. One of the most discussed subject regarding the whole situation is the removal of the DLC line for the EOD on the website. The answer is what? Since it's possible, since we're all under NDAs, get more communication, patch note ahead of time, blah, blah, material, communities, future updates, etc. We'll think about it. Emissary armband when? We'll do it. Okay. Gonna be honest, I'm thinking being in PvP is a bad idea. They're still talking about the call for your teammates. It's gonna make RMT go through the roof or stream sniping. The answer is I don't think so. We can always restrict it. A lot of these things, you don't know how they're actually going to work until they release them, tell you how it's going to work, and then you see how people abuse it. Kind of like how the devs for Gray Zone were saying, oh, it's going to be PvE only. And then literally a squad of streamers were able to murder all the way into an enemy base and stand there and kill them all as they spawned for like 10 straight minutes. And then they went, oh, we're assholes. We got to go. Like, okay, is there a chance community reps and longtime emissaries getting dissolved in discussions if an announcement package or special item would be seen in a good way from the community or not? I guess with this, we could get rid of a lot of the hate that comes. We will use this more next time, meaning they've never done that. They literally never do that, and they will never do it. They're just saying that because that's what people want to hear. Gamma Container, many thought was supposed to be gone after EOD, but it returned with the new edition. Any plans to change something? It's possible. Nikita's the owner of the company. He probably didn't make that decision. Again, some of the stuff you're like, bro, he's not involved. Omnicron container soon, maybe? Yes, okay. Official stance on SPT that Clean was streaming without issues. Let them be for now. That is not saying that they're down with SPT. That is like, bro, we got too much shit going on. That's like right now I'm in the middle of moving. And I'm like, all this shit is going on, and I'm just like watching it, just laughing. Like, I got a Gray Zone code, and I was like, I played for 10 hours. I didn't have time to play anymore. You're just like, that's a problem for tomorrow. Regarding DLC line, when you check the prep order page, Seasons Pass line for EOD has been removed, but can be found using Internet Archive. We didn't remove that. So I'm gonna say something that I made as a joke. BSG cooperated with the Chinese government to go after a cheat dev. What is the probability that the cheat dev is going to fucking town right now.
Well, that's just your assumption, man. When they legit did that live.
What?
That's your, like I said, that's your assumption. They literally did it.
Well,
on
I
fucking
know. I'm like, but
yeah.
like they said we did not remove that, and Batter State Games got one of the Twitter swats where they gets their info check, and Dimitri's response is we didn't do it.
I don't know about that one.
He literally posted. There's literally it's on Twitter. They
it's on Twitter,
literally was like,
but
"Yo, Battle
they-
State, what the fuck?" And Dimitri goes, "We didn't do it."
Huh.
I don't know about that one.
So
That's
this is the
weird.
second.
I
No,
don't
but
know
I'm
about
telling you,
okay.
this is the second thing where the company is saying, "Yo, we didn't do that." What are you talking about?
Okay, let's move on past that.
But
to
I'm just
the- 'cause
saying that's
there's
twice
bullshit,
now
bro.
that there's two things that they're like, I don't know what you're talking. Like we didn't fucking do that. Not saying that they
It's
didn't.
shown though.
What's
They-
up?
Like I said, it's shown right there. If you go back on the way back, it's there. What they said. They
But that's
changed
what
the
I'm saying.
writing.
He's saying
Yeah.
that they didn't do it. So if the company didn't
That's
do
what
it,
I'm
who
saying.
did?
Someone fucking did it.
That's-
Obviously, someone fucking did it.
Someone did it, but he's
Yeah,
saying that
especially
BSG didn't do that.
Remember, they can just lie about that shit, bro, and just be like, "Oh yeah, no, we didn't do that, bro." Like,
No, so they do go through a third company, right? For the whole website and the like.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
the-
Okay, so understand the PVE feature can't be given to everyone due
Interesting.
to technical limitations. At the same time, EOD users feel that they should have this permanently, not temporarily, since it's much desired content, and the promise for EOD players who got EOD didn't have to pay for additional content if they contributed to the most expensive package. Any chance to reconsider PVE feature? Did you read above? We will provide 6 months later. That's a we're not answering this question. Is there any chance of lowering the price for EOD owners? Thinking about it, that would be interesting.
No, that's a no.
It's a polite no. If EOD owners do not get PVE, are there still in fact things that planned that will go to EOD, DLC, etc.? Of course, DLC later will go with EOD. Every
Wait,
DLC
also-
later, but they've already proven that
Wait.
they will change the definition of DLC. So
Yeah. But
will there be
pause for a
future
sec also.
editions like the PVE that do not go to EOD but to newer versions? It says none
I was gonna
planned.
say, yeah. Pause for a second. Yeah, we also do get the practice mode, which is continuing to develop. That they don't, which is basically sort of what we're kind of expecting the PVE kind of to be.
Except
but
for
like
the PVE
more-
is co-op and
Yes.
it doesn't wipe. So like I've made the comment. I'm like, it'd be so fun for like Friday nights to be like, we do 2 hours of private servers and we go murder the shit out of each other on one map a week, and like
Yeah.
over 5
The-
years we're all gonna get to Kappa at the same we're gonna get to Kappa at the same
yeah,
time.
The private thing that we get is kind of like the
It's different, yeah.
sandbox version
Yes.
of what they are going to get. So
Yes.
like we can still hypothetically create the scenarios, but we have to play it one at a time versus what they do.
Well,
That's
and then
basically
there's
what
progression.
I'm hoping
Well, no, it's the
is
progression,
the difference.
which is the difference.
Is what?
You get progression, permanent progression on a non-wiping account.
Yeah, that well,
That's a
again,
huge like
sandbox.
Yeah.
Sandbox version, you wouldn't get permanent anything.
you don't get
either.
any.
So,
And
like,
if you don't
yeah.
have the money in your stash, you can't buy it. If you don't have it unlocked, you can't something unlocked, you can't buy it. If you don't have it in your stash, you can't use it.
Yeah, well, again, sandbox version. This is like I said, it's you could create each scenario for each map, but you'd have to do that.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to go to that much effort.
Yeah.
To do that.
Uh,
It's basically like the D&D version of the video game version of the D&D.
yeah.
I
Will
can't-
EOD continue to be the flagship of all versions of the game looking forward? Unheard is just another signature thing. EOD is still important. Can we, Emissary Sherpas, have the option for settings to change our display name to the purple-green EOD version? Many of us are targeted for harassment. Changing our name when we don't want to would be nice. We plan to do it. Okay. I've been talking to some PT players from different communities, and their opinions, feelings, basically the same. EOD are disappointed with all of this in the Discords, which publish in the news. There's always someone playing Tarkov. These Discords are completely empty. The small part-time streamers have there. Anyways, 2 or 3 streaming the game. No one is streaming Tarkov. This was a bomb in the community. That's their opinion in relation to Nikita's post on Reddit. Players who have EOD don't want to have priority over others to enter a match. They think that this is pulling, throw sand in the eyes of the community, trying to solve the problem after it's done. Many of them say the new version is 40 to 60 pounds would be acceptable. Like this, it's expensive.
Remind me, is the priority
So one of the things that they said they get, you're gonna get
only, or is that
6 months only, priority connection. So it's
again, that's not.
They said, hey, by the way, you know how everyone made the joke about Tarkov Prime? Low key Tarkov Prime, guys. You can buy it.
Yeah. My Tarkov Prime joke was always the loot, though. Like,
no, for me it was the 15% higher FPS that I had and the speedier connections to every single map. People were playing SPT, and Nikita said, let them change the side. Basically, like, we don't care right now. And they've said that several times, but then they also go through periods where they just DMCA take down everyone who's playing it. Thanks for asking the questions. We're all passionate about the game. And when the community outrages, we feel it as well. Since we are representatives in the community, I would love for us to help craft clear communication in the future if possible. Be more involved in getting ahead of any potential drama or outrage. I feel you, but I am the most confident right now as ever. Stay strong. Basically, we have never talked to you. We're not going to talk to you. I'm reaching out to discuss the pricing of the PvE content, which might be high for newcomers. Wouldn't introducing more accessible options mitigate this barrier, like prevent players from seeking alternatives like SPT? Regarding the monetization strategy, many long-standing supporters, including myself, are prepared to contribute more financially to support the company. However, I am curious about BSG's BM in pursuing this new edition amidst potential challenges. Wouldn't focusing on creating cosmetic skins or non-gameplay altering expansions be a simpler, lower risk strategy in terms of community engagement? We'll think about it. Like this is like, don't tell me how to do my job. Is it possible? I'm serious. Like if somebody came up to me at work and told me, like, wouldn't it be better if you if you didn't use epoxy, if you just use like concrete mortar? I'd be like, how about sit the fuck down and let me do my job?
Yeah, but for the sake of the discussion, let's once again remain neutral and assume that what he's saying, the way he's saying it, is how it's meant to be said. And
But he said it like that's the other people who are they're coming at BSG, and you can't come at BSG because they don't give a fuck.
Okay, so
is it possible in the future the PvE mode will be sold as an independent upgrade? A good number of users in the community are interested in being able to play this with friends. They just can't justify paying for it in the most expensive version. Could help mitigate the SPT users. Possible after release. Regional pricing. Can't tell. Arena lands esports roadmap when they're working on it, and that is the end. That doesn't change like a single thing that I have said. The introduction of you being able to get into ETS is hilarious. Like, it means actually nothing. And it's going to make ETS... that they're also planning on going to 1.0, so ETS is going to be actually worthless.
That was my one question, was like, does that mean there's no more NDA for ETS if you're just going to let all these people in?
The assumption would be is that they're going to try and ban your $250 account. That's what I would do.
To make you buy a new one.
They'd be like, you're a moron. Thanks for the money.
Well, so since this is going to be the topic of conversation for the night, and I'd like not to be distracted and trying to actually play the game hardcore, why don't we play some practice on...
We never play hardcore.
Well, you know what I mean. Let's not actually go and play on servers. Let's actually make a private server and play that for a little bit with everybody.
Oh, did you get the $250 one so we can play offline?
No, God damn it! No, the fucking practice server.
Oh, so I gotta go purchase co-op real quick.
You already have it.
He's looking for an excuse to purchase co-op. So essentially,
No. No. I don't want to. Oh my god. No, I just don't want to fucking lose more gear because we're talking about this fucking thing.
Why, bro?
just wear a scav kit. I'll bring you. How about this? I'll bring you kits every single raid.
You're playing Tarkov. What do you?
Let's play some scabs. I can talk while we're scavving, but I just don't want to.
in your pocket. Just let.
I just don't want to have this conversation while we're like trying to fucking do shit. Like,
You know, you're literally just losing ones and zeros. It's not even real money.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing as if you bought the
USD is literally just like
sucks
worth
so
Bitcoin.
much. Oh my god! I was just suggesting a way that we don't lose gear, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't give a shit.
Okay, Nate. Some of us don't need to purchase the boosters to worry about gear. Some of us just run Ketters and Packas.
Come on, I don't even need to do it. I'm good. I have plenty of gear. I just was. Oh man! All right,
I love it.
Whatever. All right. Well,
like,
I just don't want to sit here and have the conversation anymore. I want to play. So if you guys are willing to play with your shit and lose it while we're having this conversation, it's going to last all night and be.
BJ, we're gonna go to Woods if you're interested.
So I heard this thing floating around today that made me laugh. It's pretty accurate. About like what's going on. It's called "Welcome to Tarkov."
Yeah, that's actually a pretty sweet analogy. Can we do a scav raid first, or should I start putting gear on?
Yeah, we can do a scav raid. Right now it's just me and you, and I'm waiting for Snow to click accept. I'm assuming he's coming.
Yeah, looks like. Yeah, let's do
DJ, you coming?
No. I'm doing some fucking coding.
I just was simultaneously working on
I'm also
a commission
SPT shit because this shit's fucking wild.
Like,
since it's legal now?
So my big thing on this again is the one and only thing they need to do is make that a limited time deal only, and then
they did limited edition for EOD, and it was up for 6 years. So
well,
define limited.
Okay, fuck no. Like I said, that gap has to be much smaller. It's got to be like. I'll give it a year. Actually, I'll be pretty generous. If it's only going to be up for 1 year, and then after that year you have to pay, because we get No, we get 6 months of that game, part of the game free as well.
Oh, see, so that's one of the things that I have a problem with. They either need to sell it as a separate game, or give it to us because
EOD,
they gave EOD deserves all of the subsequent DLCs because that's what we paid for. That is the agreement. I expect, and I made the comment yesterday when I first saw this, somewhere here, I expect there to be a lawsuit in the UK.
Was that actually all of the DLCs? Those words?
Yes.
Actually,
so that's the thing that everyone's mad. They literally went through and deleted. They went through and deleted that. They changed it to say the season's pass, not all subsequent DLCs.
And that's why people are.
Are there screenshots of that?
Yes. That's why
I expect there to be a lawsuit in the UK because that's where they're based.
Is that the we didn't do it?
Yes.
Segment of what you guys were talking about? Okay.
Yeah, and that's the only time where I'm like, if they would have said this is a separate game, we know that people love it, that they want it, we're gonna give it to you. So, it's its own game. I'm in, like, no problems, because I would buy it.
Yeah.
If they said we need money, we're gonna do the ultimate supporter package, and it's $250.
Oh yeah,
and
actually,
you're going to get
been fucking smart.
Like, that's if they rebranded this as the ultimate supporter package and they gave it to you.
No, your stream won't start for me. Sorry.
Snow's gone.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
He's trying to do shit on Blender at the same time. It did not work.
Yeah.
If they would have just said this is an ultimate supporter package because we need some money.
Yeah.
And also, you get some cool cultist, like culty stuff. then
That's
nobody like. I think there'd be zero problems with it. I think that they are bad at optics, but they've always been bad at optics, so I'm not surprised when they do this shit. I just go, are you serious? Like, you guys, I didn't think you could top yourselves.
Can you hear me?
Now we can, yeah.
Yeah, now.
My game just, or my PC just blue screened.
That's what
Fun.
we,